Hello, this is Peter with another video. So today I thought I'd just show a quick video just showing what I did last night to protect some of my plants from the cold. We had our first ground frost last night, as you can see. Most of it is melted now, actually. Just a very small amount on the grass here and there. Hopefully this is not enough to cause any major damage, but I did cover some of the bananas just in case. The tropical bananas like the Rajapuri, the Dwarf Brazilian and Manzano, even the Dwarf Orinoco can't really take any frost. They are right against this wall as well, which will definitely help. But yeah, I just kind of threw some fleece over them. You can see at the moment looking okay. Probably managed to keep the frost off them for the most part, and banana leaves do react very quickly to frost damage. So unlike some plants which can take weeks if not months to show cold damage, bananas will pretty much instantly die if they get damaged. Guess I covered my colocasia as well underneath here. Of course, ideally you wouldn't want to put frost cloth directly on top of the plant. You'd want something to keep it from touching the plant's leaves, but I didn't have time to construct anything, so I just threw this over. Still very cold out here this morning, apparently about 4 degrees Celsius. So no ice under here, which is good. Look at the Rajapuri. Yeah, doesn't look like it's got any damage at the moment. That's good. Dwarf Brazilian. Yeah, Dwarf Brazilian is also looking fine at the minute. And even the little lychee, which is also underneath that one. Definitely not going to survive in the ground here, but just thought it'd be fun to see what happens since I had so many of them. The other Rajapuri over here. We've got the Musa Valentina under here. Probably squash that leaf a little bit there. It should be okay though. So yeah, I'll cover these bananas again tonight as it's going to be cold again. But maybe not quite as cold as last night. But there's no point taking any risks with these plants. I don't want to dig them up just yet, as it is going to go milder again in a couple of days' time. So there's no point digging them up yet. I want to leave them as long as possible. The sun is already on the greenhouse, and I did put a few extra plants in here last night. So yeah, in here we have mostly small tender plants like the Dwarf Cavendish and the other types of Cavendish bananas. We've got some cherry guava and some of the rarer Psidium species. I've got the Psidium acutangulums in here as well. Guavas. Got my grapefruit because it was flowering and I didn't want the flowers getting damaged. I also put this Eureka lemon in because it's got quite a lot of new growth coming on it. I also put the yuzu in here. As you can see, it's got lots of young tender growth on it, so I didn't want that getting frosted. Yeah, everything else should be fine. Looks like we did okay in here. Can't quite see the thermometer. See if I can zoom in. Yeah, it looks like about 3.2 I think was the lowest temperature in here. That's absolutely fine. Nothing in here will be at fret at 3 degrees. Did also put a few in here as well. My Ensete Ventricosum morellii banana in here. Tamarillo. I've got a tomato plant here as well. Yeah, also got this castor oil bean plant in here as well. Some pods on it. Very toxic. Definitely don't want to eat the seeds that it produces. Yeah, and the cherry tomato has still got a few tomatoes on it. Not quite ripe yet. Probably not going to make it, to be honest. But you never know. In here, my one and only Tamarillo. The other one didn't make it. Got eaten by slugs and snails, and then I think it got a root rot as well. This one's still growing away quite happily. So yeah, here on the patio, none of these citrus got covered. I'm just hoping that the musabashi leaves above it would help to shelter them a little bit. Of course, it's too early to see if anything's been damaged yet. And on the patio, it was a little bit milder. I checked the temperature last night when it was starting to freeze at the front of the house. Starting to see ice forming on the car last night. I checked the temperature using an infrared thermometer, and I could see on the patio it was at least 4 or 5 degrees. There's some parts of the garden just starting to get to 0, so it does stay a little bit warmer here, but you see the leaf surface definitely gets cooler from the air temperature on nights like we had last night, where it might only get to about 2 degrees the air temperature, but with a clear sky it can actually, where the leaf surface can actually go much cooler on clear skies especially. I'm just hoping my satsuma is going to be alright. Does still have a few fruits on it, but of course these are way off ripening. I did actually put a bit of frost cloth over this, but it blew off. Also got my sanguinelli blood orange, or blood oranges. I got 2 here. Clemenulas and an Oro Grande clementine here. Both got quite a lot of young growth on it, but I didn't really end up protecting them because the frost cloth came off, as I mentioned. And bear's lime is a bit yellow anyway. That was like that before at the top. Lower down it looks nice and healthy. I'll just undo this because I tied it here to try and stop it blowing away. So yeah, we've got some other citrus here, another grapefruit, clementine, and I think this is a Lane Late orange. These are all covered by frost cloth just to keep any potential frost off them. And yeah, you can see there's plenty of gaps here. A few spaces are filled up with other smaller plants which are hardy, but prefer to keep them near the house. I want to move some of the larger ones. As I mentioned, I put some in the greenhouse, and I put some in the house as well. But I will be moving them back out of the house. It was just those very small, tender bananas and colocasias, which I didn't want to risk outside, as they're not cold tolerant in the slightest, especially the bananas, the tropical ones. So yeah, that was just what I did last night, as we had a very brief cold spell. Going to probably do the same tonight, as it's going to be predicted to be about, I think, about 3 degrees Celsius, so a little bit milder than last night, but still could potentially get a frost if it's clear sky. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll keep you all updated on how all these plants do in this cold spell. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.